Hey YouTubers, just gonna shoot a short clip here real quick. Want to show you guys something because some of you may have toenail problems as I recently started developing. Um, I never once before started getting ingrowns. I'm 48 now, and now I'm starting to get some. So what I did was I went to my doctor. He said it needed to be cut out and all that stuff. So what he did was he pulled out this square box machine. He cut the toenail straight across from top to bottom and pulled out with, like those surgical pliers, the nails, and it was what they call a shark tooth. Now this is going to be a little graphic and a little gross. So, but hey, it's for medical purposes, I guess. A lot of times when they do the procedure, the doctor does it, then they leave you to the nurse, and the nurse wraps you up. The procedure hurts while it's getting done. The worst part is the punctures. They take the shots and they put them in your swollen, infected toe all along. Now, that's the worst part. That's the most painful. After that, you're numb and you don't feel anything. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when it's done. This is about 3 days after the procedure. There's still a lot of dried blood and it's pretty gross looking. Not much to see other than blood. The main reason I'm doing this is because you may be having excruciating pain. It's not from the surgery, it's from the wrap. The wrap that the nurse do, they use that flexible tape now. It's about this wide and it comes in a roll. And they just put a gauze on top. I'm going to go ahead and show you the gauze. It's a little bloody. So this is the gauze. You can see it's got that shiny shit. And they place it, it's just a band-aid on top of it now to hold it. It was placed on top of the toe of the cut to keep it from sticking, and then they just wrap it with that tape bullshit. This is the tape. I'll show you more about this in a little bit. Now, I was having, the first night, my toe was still sort of numb. Yeah, I was having some pain. The next day, it was so excruciating, I couldn't even sleep. I was getting shooting pain. Mind you, they cut this side, the inside of the toe, but I was having pain from this side, shooting up to here, around to here, and it was so excruciating. I was jumping out of bed. It was so sharp. It was like, and the toe here, it felt like someone was holding a big lighter to it, just burning my flesh. It hurt so bad. The next day, oh, and I couldn't even walk on it. The next day, I couldn't take it no more. I had to get that tape off. Now, what happened was the nurse wrapped the tape so tight that it was cutting off the circulation to my toe. Now, look at this here. It doesn't really do justice on the camera, but this is all a bruise. Okay, that's from the tape. And as you can see here, it's kind of different color around here. And this is still numb. This stuff, I can't feel it. And I'm worried about it. That was because the tape was so tight and pressed up against it, it was cutting the circulation off. And up here, as I could see, it was starting to get blue. My whole toe was blue, and up in these parts was turning like a green and then a yellowish color. Yeah. And so they wrapped it so tight, they cut the circulation off to the entire toe. As soon as I cut that stuff off, the pain went away. I was able to sleep that night. I was able to walk on my foot, literally walk, like pressed down. And the surgery where it hurts, it doesn't even hurt. The pain was all over on this side because they wrapped it so tight. And and up here on the cuticle, it was so tight, pressing down like on your cuticle right in the back part right here. That was immense pain. I couldn't bend my toe at all because they wrapped it so high up here. And I'll show you that right now. This wrap, it's all cut up because I cut it off. It went on the toe. It was like literally over the toe like that. And as you can see, it goes, it's not even pushed up all the way either. It goes up past to where that line is. That's way past where it needs to go, you know? So yeah, it was all the way up to here, wrapped super, super tight, and all the pressure was pushing down on this cuticle, that's sensitive, and all into here. And it's bruised. You can see it's bruised right there. And I'll show you what it looks like. I know it's gross. Now the top part where you see it up here, that's because it was all inflamed and infected. So the skin died and it's drying up off of there, of course. And then, there you go, it zoomed in. All this here is like a gauze. They cut all this away. So that's still a gauze right there. Look at, you can see it. See? That's gauze. And they take it and they stuff it down inside the open hole to absorb and stop the bleeding. Yeah, it's pretty bad looking, I know. All the skin's going to dry up around it. This stuff here, I know it looks like dead skin, but that's actually, they put this clear kind of, I think it's a water-based tape over the top of it to hold it down, so, because it's shiny and it's just peeling off. Unless it's dead skin, I don't know. There you go. So the nail's cut halfway off and all the way back. And that's what they do. They pull it out. Now, it feels a lot better. And I could put full pressure on the foot. It doesn't hurt at all. In fact, I even had the dog step on it on accident. And I thought I was going to jump through the roof. So, yeah, it's fine. This, like I said, is the Band-Aid they put around it. The doc told me just to put one slit in it, so I did, or the nurse. So I put a slit in it. That didn't help if the pressure got too much. So then I put another slit, and then finally, I even cut back all the way to here. That was underneath the toe, and it was still a lot of pain. This is where that part sits that I showed you that's bruised. So finally I just took it off and threw it out. I mean, you tell it's that elasticy stuff. But man, that was so intense. And then it looked a little worse than it did a minute ago. Right all along that nail bed, I cleaned it up. There was a lot of blood on it still, and I have these laying around, these alcohol prep pads. You can buy these off of the internet. They come in handy. It's just like what the doctor uses when they give you a shot. So, I wasn't supposed to pull this off until Monday. I got it done on Thursday. This is Saturday morning, and it feels better than it's ever felt now. I know there's a reason. I just took it off, but I've been putting Band-Aids on it. These are your regular, typical elastic Band-Aids, and I just wrapped it around it. No big deal. And then I put a boot on and I go to work. But if you feel that pressure and that sharp, like bone-splitting pain in your foot, it's because they wrapped it too tight. It's cutting off the circulation, and you need to get that off right away. And I go to the doctor today. Now today is Monday. I took it off on Saturday. Today's Monday. And I think I said it was Saturday a minute ago, didn't I? Well, I took it off Saturday. Today's Monday. I go to the doctor, and then I'm gonna talk to that nurse about it. He's probably gonna give me some razz about taking it off, and I'm gonna say, hey, look, man, you know what, dude? I appreciate it. You look like a bright young man, but that was so tight. And of course, he's gonna have some excuse. It's supposed to be tight, and then I'm gonna tell him, look, you think that I don't know there's something wrong? You know, when you get that kind of pain, you know there's something wrong. Don't sit there and insult my intelligence. Just admit that you were wrong and you may have wrapped it a little too tight. You know how it's going to go. You know exactly how it's going to go. They're not going to admit they did it because they're going to want to avoid a lawsuit. I mean, I don't think it's going to be any lawsuit situation, anyways. But to be honest with you, right here is numb still. It never was before. I mean, it's totally numb. I can't. It's weird. I can't feel that. And this is where it felt like at nighttime someone was holding a Bic lighter and just burning my flesh right there, just holding it. That's where I was having so much intense pain. It was just so freaking tight that it was pulling this cuticle into the nail bed itself. But now it's all bruised up there and it's numb. And that's kind of weird. So we'll see what happens. All right. Hope this helps out. Thanks for watching, guys.